Hey, everybody. Don't think anyone's in channel just yet, so that's fine. I'm still getting everything sort of up and running and organized. So, I just threw this build together. I don't know how it's going to perform or if it's going to perform, but going to want Gunner.
Makes me feel like people really give a shit, you know? Totally.
So they've made some changes to the SHD Exposed Global Event. I don't have the patch notes here in front of me, but I do know that they've decreased the amount of damage that we can take once the enemies are exposed. They've also increased the radius of the pulse. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. So we're going to want to revive hive. I'm going to play this mostly out of cover, so I'm going to go with, just going to move things around. Okay, so here's what we've got for a build. I'm primarily going to be running a shotgun. Hey, ISO, how's it going, man? I'm going to test out a couple. I've got an M870 custom replica that's got pummel. I'm going to start with the Tsunami. I've rolled it to crit chance just to up the crit chance on the build overall. It's got perfect pummel, so I only need 2 kills, and it's got a 7-round mag. So that's definitely going to help, whereas the M870 does over double the damage, but it's only got a 5-round mag, and you need 3 consecutive kills to refill the magazine. So we'll play around with it. Scorpio is also available if we want to run that. I'm still trying to re-roll this to damage the targets out of cover. I've gone through 12 or 15 exotic components and still haven't gotten it, so work in progress. But the way I've got this build set up, it's 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, which gives us shotgun and SMG damage. It gives us armor on kill and health on kill. The armor on kill is going to end up being excuse me, 30%, 20 from Hunter's Fury and 10 from the Gunner Specialization. And then I'm running 2 pieces of Golan, which gives us 1.5% armor regen. I do not have a perfect piece for the backpack, so we will be on the lookout to see if we can find a better backpack. Yeah, it's just something, we'll see. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm running Adrenaline Rush on the chest, on the backpack. And I'm running the Hunter Killer, which gives us perfect Intimidate. So it's going to give us bonus armor. It's going to give us the ability to do additional damage when we get up close and personal. Plus, with Hunter's Fury, whenever we're within 15 meters, it amplifies our weapon damage against them by 20%. So it's meant to be a run and gun up in people's faces. I've got armor on kill, I've got bonus armor, and I've got armor regen. So we'll see. I'm going to start on challenging just because I have no idea how the build is going to play. And I guess we're about to find out. So, as soon as the map resets, I'm going to see if there's golden pieces dropping anywhere. That would be not that button, that button. We got backpacks at Air and Space, and I'm not seeing Golan anywhere at a glance. That's China Light. That is Gila, or Heligard, Empress, Badger. Providence at Lincoln Memorial, which is intriguing. But anyway. Yeah, we'll see. See if we can get that before it disappears. I think with the new patch, they decrease the amount of time it takes to build the SHD Exposed. So, but I don't remember what the icon looks like.
Move it.
System curtailed. Charge exposed.
Get this one, you fucker!
Charge transfer initiated.
I didn't want to switch guns.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Target located.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Charge transfer completed.
Coming in hot.
Incoming hostiles detected. Exposed to melee. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Oh, we'll expose them again.
Activated charge transfer.
Help if I could hit.
Hostile in my sight. Go, go, go!
Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Charge transfer initiated.
Get out of cover.
Agent charge compromised. Incoming hostiles detected.
Picking us off!
So I didn't see how far down my armor got, but I don't think it went down very far. Hey Tracy, how's it going? I think something like this would work better in...
All day.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
would work better in a mission because you can chain more of those kills together because you're not waiting for everybody to respawn.
That agent is mine!
Drones are free!
Charge exposed. Charge transfer initiated. I don't have one.
Yeah, way more damage than we used to do.
Access key detected. Progress halted. Manual override required. Progress resumed.
Sighted in. Support station deployed.
Charge transfer completed. Manual override required.
So it works. At least it does on challenging. So let's up the XP. Oops. Everything but pistolero. We'll see how that works out. And I'm curious to see how well it runs with an M870. And I know I've got one on me, but I think I have a better one in my stash. So we'll grab that and give that a whack. Maybe it's not better. So the build that I'm running right now, or what you just saw in the last bit of gameplay, I'm running the Tsunami, which is the named, I think it's an SASG 12, with perfect pummel. So 2 consecutive kills, refills the magazine, and grants plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds, which is a fairly significant buff to your weapon damage. I'm running the Oro. It's a placeholder. I'm not using it at all. Same with the D50. I'm not using it at all. It's 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury. So that gives us shotgun damage, SMG damage, armor on kill, health on kill, and Apex Predator. Which enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So for that Warhound convoy, I was doing a lot of extra damage when they were all bunched up together because of that. So that's Hunter's Fury. Second bit is 2 pieces of Golan. Running the backpack with Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. And then I'm running the Hunter Killer with Perfect Intimidate. When you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second to a max of 10. Each stack increases weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. In a perfect world, both of those would be double crit chance, and crit damage. Armor regen doesn't help. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't really help the build. But I'm getting 1 point, because I'm using 2 pieces, 1.5% armor regen on a 1.3 million armor build. So this one has weak crit damage, weak status effect, which really doesn't help. So I've been forced to put crit chance mods on the mask and the backpack. But basically, where we're at with this is we got amplified damage coming from Hunter's Fury and Disorient, which is a form of crowd control. We've got 20% armor on kill. We're running the Gunner specialization, which gives us another 10%. So there's 30% armor on kill. So 3 kills and you're back to full armor if you've been fully depleted. Plus I've got 1.5% armor regen and bonus armor. So from an armor stats perspective, you can see the armor on kill total there. It's 400k, which, like I said, 2.5, 3 kills and we're at full armor. And 24/8 armor regen, which is it's not the best I've ever seen, but it's not bad at all. So that's kind of what we're running with, because we're running the SHD Exposed Global Event. So we will go give that one a try. When they redid this global event, what they did a couple of things. I think, and this is an I think, I don't have the patch notes here in front of me. While you have SHD exposed, your incoming damage is 50% instead of 100%. So at least while the buff is active. The radius of it has been increased, and the
Hostile control point nearby.
there was something else that they changed, and I can't remember what it all is now. And of course I've got a phone call coming in.
Charge compromised.
So I will be right back. All right, let's try that again. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm on-call manager tonight, so unfortunately this I'm hoping this is our only distraction, but it may not be. And if it gets to the point where this just isn't working, I'll postpone the stream.
I got it.
But we're not there yet.
I want to be absolutely clear and honest with you about what happened to my brother, Felix Sokolov. Felix was a medic for the Black Tusk. He was going to be somewhere. Father died. While it's true I did not know him as a boy, I helped him
Charge
become the man he had become.
UAVs are up.
I had no idea he had been recruited by the Pacific.
Charge transfer initiated.
And made mistakes. I would never do that or put him in harm's way. I loved him. I still love him. And I hope the division agent or agents who killed him know that his innocent blood is on their hands. The Wilmers are not hostile. They're a group of truckers who have come together to help the nation recover. The Freys and the Wilmers have had some conflict in the past, but that's bound to happen with any group in Canada. Very limited resources, as we're all well aware. Many points of infrastructure were disrupted. Road
Progress
maintenance was
halted.
not a priority. Oil refineries
Manual
failed to
override
halt
required.
production.
Who the hell is everybody?
I'm proud to confirm that in a crisis, we rose to the challenge.
Charge
No matter
exposed.
what the odds, we Americans remain dedicated and resilient people. Like Major Castillo, in the face of a national crisis, we did not.
Over here!
Many were forced to cut back.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Access key
So
detected.
bonus armor to the rescue.
What's going on?
This is not going to work. Hope I can heal this.
Activated charge transfer. Agent charge compromised. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
He's gone. He's gone.
Access key detected.
That the hunters are actually Black Tusk or Russian spec ops. That's a preposterous allegation. It's downright laughable. I hear you. You want to know, who is Natalia Sokolova?
Progress resumed. Charge exposed. Activated charge
There's someone back here, but maybe not. So it seems to be handling challenging with 4 directives with grace. So we're going to try pumping this up to heroic. I'm going to try running the M870 first, see which one I prefer. But so far with the Tsunami and this setup, it seems to be working just fine.
You're a beautiful person. Like some of the most beautiful people have done the most horrific because we want to fuck them. Okay, but like for real, you heard about all those chicks in the 70s who like mailed their panties to Ted Bundy? Like he was not that hot, but he was dangerous and like okay looking. And all these bored ass housewives and fucked up college students were trying to ride his serial killer dick. And now we think about that and are like horrified.
So with this we need 3 kills. So there's only 5 rounds rather than 7.
Charge exposed. Incoming hostiles detected. Charge transfer completed. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
The meaning of righteousness has changed, and we cannot stand by and let dated ideals get in the way of progress. The true sons will give you something worth believing in. Join us. Be part of something great.
Charge transfer initiated.
It's not reloading. Interesting.
The true sons do not recognize the authority of the division. And with that, they
Oh, maybe this one doesn't have pummel.
we have every
Thought it did though. Yeah.
We used to fear an all-knowing heartless technology. We wrote stories about the dangers of artificial intelligence. And now that disease has become a reality. I'm coming for you. We have
Charge compromised. Activated charge transfer.
Yeah, it's not reloading. Interesting.
Access key detected.
The true sons do not recognize the authority of the division. And for that they have
It definitely was with the other gun.
Halted. Manual override required.
Be careful out there.
Progress. Charge transfer initiated.
Unloading on top!
Manual override required. Incoming hostiles detected.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Charge transfer activated. Agent charge compromised. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Clearing out!
Charge transfer initiated.
Yeah, it's... I don't think it's perfect. I mean, you know, it's by no means perfect, but fun to run. It's interesting, though, that pummel isn't working on this gun because I'm having to reload it. So I'm going to go back to Tsunami. And we will see. I want to confirm that the reload's happening with that one. Hey, user IV, TV, user 4, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's an interesting build. I don't know how well it would work outside of the global event, but 4 pieces Hunter's Fury, 2 pieces of Golan with perfect Intimidate and Adrenaline Rush. So you've got 30% armor regen from 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, gives you 20, running the Gunner class, which gives you another 10. The 2-piece Golan is now giving you 1.5% armor regen. So, and it's health on kill. If I didn't say that, I'm not certain what I said. And then you're also getting bonus armor and doing more additional damage. So you're getting amp damage from Hunter's Fury. You're getting additional weapon damage from Intimidate. And there was something else. Oh, Perfect Pummel also gives you additional weapon damage. So there's 40% weapon damage. And this is 4% up to a max of 10 stacks with Perfect Intimidate. So as much as 80% additional weapon damage, plus the amp damage of 20% that you're getting from Apex Predator, plus Disorient. So it's interesting. I mean, you know, this isn't maximum difficulty. I've got it on challenging with 4 directives. So it seems to be holding its own. I'm not certain how many levels I've gone up so far because I'm not really keeping track, but... So we will get the quick pulse, which gives us additional weapon damage or amp damage. I can't remember which it is. And this gun seems to be reloading.
The true sons do not recognize the authority of the division, and for that they have put a target on our backs. We have every right to defend ourselves, and if you don't agree with their cause, so do you.
I can hear them.
Charge transfer initiated.
Fear and all-knowing harmless technology. We wrote stories about the dangers of artificial intelligence. And now that disease has become a reality,
Manual
we are
override
handing our
required.
lives over to Isaac. An
Access key
unsealing tech that
detected.
decides who lives or dies.
Progress resumed.
Fucking division stop!
Charge transfer activated. Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated. Manual override required.
So yeah, the Tsunami is reloading, but the M870 is not. So we will try and experiment. I've got one in my stash. We'll try re-rolling it and see what happens. So to answer my own question, we've gone up 3 levels just messing around. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes to the game recently, man. If you haven't played for a while, it's not a completely different game, but a lot of the a lot has changed. I've been playing this game on and off since it dropped, basically. I think I bought the game a month after it dropped, so I remember the original season, where we actually had holstered talents. I don't know if that's how long you've been playing, but things have evolved and changed. And recently, like with this new season, with all of the changes that they've brought to the game, it's interesting. But yeah, it's the M870 is a better. This might work. Let's see what we got on that Super 90. Vindictive. Yeah, probably not. So give me a second to clean up my inventory just so we're not clogged. And let's have a look at the mask, because my mask, we're going to run that one. Increase the weapon damage and decrease the armor that we're running. So we are at 55, so I'm going to run a quick damage mod there. So that is a better piece. We're now down to 1.1 million armor, and this is sort of where I wanted to go tonight. One of the reasons I was running through that area. That increases our weapon damage. You can see now at 1.1 million armor, we're at 191, so that's 5 kills to replenish the armor. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Good Lord. 340 armor on kill, so 3 kills and we're back to full armor, and 21.9 armor regen. With bonus armor, so we'll see. This is the piece I ultimately want to replace, but I don't have a whole lot of options if I want to continue to run 2 pieces of Golan. There's other options that I've got that'll give me similar armor regen, but I don't have another Golan backpack. Well, I do, but it's the Anarchist Cookbook, which that doesn't really help us. I mean, I could run Badger, but we lose. No, never mind. I answered my own question. We lose the 1.5% armor regen, which is, I'm not reliant on that. It's just, it's nice to have, not need to have. So from here, we want to open our tinkering library. I'm just looking to see if there's any pieces that I can improve. There's only 4 categories that I have left, even after all this time, that I need to top up to max values. Now, one thing that I want to point out, I'm going to open up this real quick, and then I'm going to talk about the build, the way, like, sort of my mindset for this build. The SHD Exposed Global Event got a buff, and I've already talked about this a couple of times. I'm just looking for the snitch, by the way, because I want to open up the vendor. So I was just having a quick look there. If he's not there, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. So with SHD Exposed, the changes that they made is your incoming damage is only 50% while you've got the buff active. So once you see that pulse, you're only going to take 50% incoming damage, which is one of the reasons you can run and gun with a build like this. If you're going to run and gun and you're reliant on armor on kill, you want basically an all red build. I can't really do that because of Golan, so I've got 2 blue cores, but now I have 4 red cores. Before I had 3 and 3, which not quite the right balance. But what I wanted to do coming back to the base is I've got a military M870 and a Marine Super 90. So I'm going to bring that one along. I'm going to bring that one along. The other option would be a mop with pummel. So we'll try that. So this one I'm going to throw back in the stash because it, for whatever reason, was not working. The pummel wasn't working, but you can see now the damage is 1.6 on an M870. That's got some expertise applied to it. So right now we're running Tsunami because it's got perfect pummel. If we run the Marine Super 90 and put, it's got pummel on it and health damage. So that one's already fully optimized. We've got a military M870 and we want this to scroll. We want pummel. Now this one is not fully optimized, is what it is. It's at 1.5 million damage. And the last one that we want to check is the mop. That one we're going to want to put pummel on as well. The reason for pummel is it reloads the gun. So basically this becomes just a run around and shoot stuff build. So I'm going to start with the mop. One of the advantages of the mop is the 10% additional armor on kill. So that takes us up to 50% armor, sorry, 40% armor on kill. We've got 20 coming from Hunter's Fury, 10 coming from the Gunner Specialization, and now 10 coming from the mop. It also hits harder than the Tsunami. You can see this one's at 820, this one's at 959. So it's a little harder, same size mag. It has not quite the same rate of fire, but again, it does have armor on kill. So we will see. I don't have the materials to optimize that. And if I wanted to put them, if this works and I put some expertise on it, we can probably get it up to 1 million outgoing damage. So we'll go back to the same area, just because this area is rich with targets, basically, or with open world activities, and that's kind of what this is about at the, right now. So just out of curiosity, user, how long has it been since you've played? One nice thing about the mop is it's magazine fed, so it reloads very quickly.
Activated charge transfer.
Come on, get going. Shit here. If I can't get a kill.
System reactivated.
Gun did not reload. Gun reloaded.
Hostiles detected.
I'll put him down.
Activated charge transfer. In danger.
So Pummel's working on this one.
Safe.
Target is nearby.
Now I'm going to save this for later. So I accepted the bounty, but you can see it's currently active. If I hover over it and press G on a PC, that brings up the sub menu, and then if I press F, I can abort bounty, and then I get to save it. So that's the reason I have all of these bounties in here, is because of doing exactly that. Certain global events or ask you to do bounties, so it's just they're nice to have. Now over here we have a chance to spawn the loot goblin, so hence the reason I fast traveled down here. I don't see him. I didn't see my mini-map flash, so we may not have spawned him.
Civilians in distress.
Watch your damn play!
System malfunctioning.
I'm just going to top off my ammo.
System
and
restored.
grab the specialty ammo that's here. Because why not? I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll go over and do the others.
The true sons don't give a damn about your past transgressions. We don't pass judgment. We don't ask questions.
Major charge compromised.
Together we will clean up this city.
Hostile control detected. Charge transfer activated.
The reason for wanting to get the SHD exposed is it also amplifies the damage, the outbound damage. So it decreases the incoming and amplifies the outbound.
Or to take a bullet to the brain. At what point is death the merciful option? I'm not saying it's easy, but the true sons are willing to make those tough decisions and do what's right for everybody.
Don't tell me this is still glitched.
Progress halted. Manual override required.
Grenade! Incoming now! Who's there? Let's have a look. Yes. Need to get free!
So this is who I was looking for
Access key
earlier.
Detected.
Come back to him in just a second. I'm hoping, well, the reason I'm trying to get to him is, there we go.
My pal is set up today?
So again, I'm going to abort this bounty. So if you look at the bottom middle, it says G, go to details. So that's what you're looking for if you're not on PC. And then it's abort bounty. I'll explain why I wanted to grab that bounty from him in just a second. There's now 2 vendors, secret vendors that he unlocks. Cassie Mendoza, as he always has. But there's now the new guy, which is the textiles vendor.
Target on our backs. We have every right to defend
And
ourselves.
some of you who haven't played for a while may not be aware of that one. So textiles are what you get awarded when you open the the caches, the apparel caches. I think they're in there.
Manual
Maybe not.
Acquired.
Finish that agent.
Charge transfer activated.
So when you open a peril caches and you've already got whatever it happens to be, you get awarded textiles in lieu. And if you've been playing the game for a while, and you've already got pretty much everything, you have nothing to spend those textiles on until the new vendor that they just opened. So if I go back to my map, you can see this icon is Cassie Mendoza. She's closed for another 7 hours. And if you look up here, we have another shopping cart icon, Danny Weaver. So he also opens in 7 hours. What he has to offer is the ability to spend textiles for caches. There's, per week, there's 1 exotic cache. There are 2 recalibration caches, which would be crafting materials. There are 2 named item caches, which are all named items, including DZ exclusives. And there are 4 field proficiency caches, which on first blush, those ones in particular sound like it's a ripoff, but they're not, because if I open this one and we go look, I don't know what I just got from it, but nothing that came out of this is fully god rolled. That one we would have picked up. That backpack, you can see that's not fully god rolled. We got a new Golan chest. That might be interesting, but yeah, we're going to run Hunter Killer. The Empress one, anyway, where I was going with this is, out of those 4 field proficiency caches, everything is perfectly rolled. You can still get rainbow rolls, but they are perfectly rolled. So if you are fleshing out your recalibration library, it's certainly a way to do that, because you're going to get weapons, you're going to get gear, etc., etc. So it is a wonderful way of finding perfectly rolled gear. They're all up on the roof. See if we can find anybody on the ground. Nope. All right, up we go.
Let's get. See.
Firing. How?
Charge exposed. Charge transfer initiated. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Lost us.
Access key detected.
So yeah, I think I'm liking the mop. And I apologize if you hear me smirking, or not hear me smirking, but see me smirking whenever I say the mop. It's, I think it was a Johnny Depp joke where he was talking about Al Pacino telling him a joke on one of the sets they were working on. And it's, I do a very poor Al Pacino impression, but please understand that this is an attempt at Al Pacino. So, a skeleton walks into a bar. He orders a beer and a mop. And that's the joke. It's not perhaps the greatest joke in the world, but it makes me chuckle every time I say the mop.
all day.
Charge exposed.
I don't think you can.
Charge transfer initiated.
Drones are free.
Incoming hostiles detected.
No, they're up there.
Charge transfer activated. Sound control point nearby.
Apparently I lost one of them.
All I can say is thank you.
The trick to doing the run around any of these control points where you've got a lot of open world activities that spawn and respawn is not doing the control point. As long as you don't do the control point, the open world activities will continuously respawn as you go. So it's a way to just basically do laps. In this area is my favorite because of the NPCs that are in this area. When you're running special ammunition like I am as a directive, you have to factor in what ammo your enemies have. So as an example, hyenas, which are my least favorite, give you disorient, which means you stagger around like a drunk person, which is no fun.
I don't trust it, and neither should you.
Outcasts set you on fire.
Throwing a frag.
Charge exposed.
True Sons disrupt, where if you're not running skills, it doesn't really matter.
We have every right to defend ourselves, and if you don't agree with their cause, so do you.
Oh, sorry, it's bleed.
Access key detected.
Which at least you can still aim down sights.
We used to fear an all-knowing heartless technology.
Progress halted. Manual override required. Progress resumed. Charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated. Manual override required.
So there's another level. So that is 6 so far this evening. I did say I was going to try the Super 90, so we will do that one next. I like the mop a lot, though, so we're probably going to come back to that one.
God is 90 supermodel kind of way.
That one hits slightly harder.
Beautiful person. Like some of the most beautiful people have done the most horrific things, and we excuse their shitty ass behavior because we want to fuck them. Okay, but like for real.
It has a high rate of fire, and with pummel, we should do okay. The downside of most shotguns is the reload, especially the ones with the tubular magazine, the underbarrel mag, because you have to single load them. This game does not have speed loaders.
But it was hearing Major Castillo's story that changed my mind. Major Castillo lost his wife and daughter to the green poison, and in trying to make sense of that loss, he found a new purpose in his work.
I'm going!
Power plants would have fallen into disrepair.
Charge exposed.
Castillo ensured that our community across the eastern
Rated charge transfer.
this winter. Major Castillo may have been branded a traitor, but to me, he died a hero. You do not need to fear the black tusk or the true sun.
I think they come from over there.
Things in Roosevelt's Island got out of hand. With General Anderson's steady and intelligent leadership, we hope to build
Charge transfer initiated.
a common goal.
I'm going!
We will not abandon the road.
Access key detected. Progress halted. Manual program required. System disrupted.
I was like you once.
System
Replicate.
reactivated.
Value in an organization like the True Sons. But it was hearing Major Castillo's story that changed my mind. Major Castillo lost his wife and daughter to the green poison, and in trying to make sense of that loss,
Progress resumed. Charge exposed. Charge transfer activated. Manual override required.
Not seeing this one reload. So the mop's the winner so far. Let's try the 870. We'll go down to that public execution.
Black Tusk attack.
It is, Garrick. How's it going? No, it's not so much John Wick cosplay. It's taking advantage of the the SHD Exposed Global Event. So I wanted Hunter's Fury, and then it's 2 pieces of Golan. And that's the with Adrenaline Rush and Perfect Intimidate, because it's the Hunter Killer. So couple sources of additional weapon damage. So the global event itself gives you additional weapon damage. Hunter's Fury gives you amplified damage. Perfect Intimidate gives you up to 40% additional weapon damage. And Pummel gives you plus 40% weapon damage. So if everything procs, it's plus 80% weapon damage and then a 20% amplified damage on top of that. And then from an armor perspective, we've got the 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, which does give us 20% armor on kill. using gunner, so that's now 30% armor on kill. And then 2 pieces of Golan gives us 1.5% armor regen. The gun that I'm leaning toward running with this is actually a mop, which would up the armor on kill to 40%. It just seems to do everything I want it to do, but I'm just testing one last one. So I've run the Tsunami, a Super 90, the mop, and now I'm running an M870. All of them have pummel and or perfect pummel on them. Let's see if we can... No, one of them's already dead.
Weapon or die! What just happened?
Charge exposed.
Go.
Activated charge transfer.
Friendly KIA. Hostiles.
That reloaded.
Friendly units inbound.
Malfunctioning.
Move it.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I'll blast.
System restored.
So I think pummel is working on that. Let's do one more. I also did a reload at some point in there. That's an elite resource convoy, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind. When you're playing SHD Exposed, you gotta, one of the things that I have to try and remember is every single spawn wave does not have the pulse applied to it. You have to re-proc it with a cover-to-cover. You can proc it for an individual with a melee. If there's others around them, it should, and I say should, proc. But the best way to do it is a cover-to-cover. Hunter Killer. So this is the one that you get for completing all of the New York hunters. And then you can get it from Cassie Mendoza. In a perfect world, this would be double crit. Similarly, I would have a better backpack. I've got crit damage and status effect, which doesn't really do much, but I wanted adrenaline rush.
Although Mari's fish tacos are not seasonal, the best reason to move to the castle is the people. I know that's cheesy AF, but for real, the people here are some of the coolest bitches I've ever met.
Yeah, exactly. Until you get those New York hunters.
And you know what their response to this
They're a pain in the ass, but they're not that hard. Hunters are hard until you've done a couple of them, and then it's like, yeah, whatever. They're a pain. Some of them have a long quest tree that you have to run through to get to them.
Slowly end in pain, or to take a bullet to the brain. At what point is it?
Yep, we got to reload out of it. So we will do the cover to cover. This gives us more amp damage.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Get in there.
Stay behind cover.
Got a man.
Get away from me!
Let's go.
Where did he go? Where did he go? I heard him. There he is.
Get ready to die. I'll go back.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Whoa, that's not good.
Serious trauma detected.
The other advantage of the pulse is you get
Initiated.
40%. I'm going to die here.
Assistance needed.
We just lost someone.
40%.
Incoming hostiles detected.
or sorry, 50% less incoming damage if you can get it to proc.
Can't get away from you.
Oh, come on.
Charge exposed. Vital signs critical. Serious trauma detected.
I knew I was surrounded.
Agent killed.
Son of a... Puzzle isn't harder. It's a pain in the ass is basically what it comes down to. Because some of them, it's you got to trigger something during the day and then you have to wait till night to trigger the next portion of it. So it's really time consuming. It's worth it though. It's just that it is time consuming. So that sort of sucked a little bit. So we may as well go top off our armor kits. The downside of any armor on kill build is once you get surrounded, you're in deep shit, as you just witnessed. And I'm not even on max difficulty. I'm on challenging. You know, the directives certainly don't help your cause, but yeah, exactly. So I was just not... I lost situational awareness, basically, is what happened. So... those are now doing more damage. That might be a keeper, just roll off the flat line. So we will hang on to that and just have a look a little later. But the mop is definitely my favorite so far. Absolutely. It is. It's a nice combination of good damage. That extra armor on kill is nice. And it's just, yeah, it's nice. It's got a decent rate of fire. It's got good damage. It's got a nice magazine size because it's not under barrel tube fed. It's got a quick reload when you need it to have a quick reload. It's 1.5 seconds. And then with pummel, it just does its magic. So we want to go to the library. There's nothing new to add. Deconstruct. And I'm actually going to save this as my new wick build, even though it's not truly a wick build, but just so that I have it saved. Now that that's done, I want to see what I need to do to optimize this. We just need, those are Rikers, I think. We need 20, 40, roughly, 50. So we go back here, we optimize, and we optimize, which takes us up to there. And then I'm going to go to expertise shotguns. It's probably under T for the. No. Yep. So let's up the... I want to get this up over 1 million, basically, if I can. Just so that I've got that extra little bit of security blanket, if you want to call it that. So on this build, expertise 7 did the trick, but we've got it, the materials. I'm just going to take this up to 12. That's as high as I can go without exotic components. And it looks like I've got everything that I'm going to need. So where we're at now is we're at 1.024 million damage. I'm at 46% crit chance, which is not too bad. 78 crit damage, 75% headshot damage, 12% armor damage. I believe that comes from the shotgun itself. Yes. I'm also running the Oreo, which its stats should be actually over 60%. And so that's also a backup if I need it. I'm running, I think it's all crit damage mods. So I think all the Hunter's pieces are crit chance. And then there's a crit damage mod there, crit chance mod there, crit damage mod there. And then the Hunter's pieces are crit chance, and crit chance. Like I said, in a perfect world, that wouldn't be armor regen. It would be crit damage, and that would be much higher. And I'm not going to optimize this simply because it's not ultimately what I'm looking for. Yeah. Good backup. Back! And it's empty. So, for those keeping score, we are now up 8 levels, just messing about. And from a global perspective, we got rewards available. I'm going to open those later. I've cleared off 1. Transfer full exposure to a hostile with a melee attack. Got to do that. Finish enemies using your skills, Rikers, and any main mission on hard difficulty or above. So let's see how many stars we have. We have 8 for levels and whatever we got. So we're at 14. So exotic cache before the end of the evening should be fairly straightforward because all I have to do is do a main mission. So let's do that. Not that one. We want that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight heroic with no directives just to see how it plays. Because we've been running around on challenging. Hey, fam, how's it going, man? I saw you in game a couple days ago and I didn't have the opportunity to join on you, but how the heck have you been?
To secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Wrong place to hide. We can wipe them out.
Agent charge compromised.
There we go.
Charge transfer initiated.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving
So
south.
I'm kind of liking the way overall this build plays. I don't know how well it would work outside of a global event, though. The SHD Exposed does a couple things for you if you weren't here when I started talking about it. It reduces your incoming damage. It amplifies your outgoing damage. So there's lots.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
I can't.
Yeah, I get that. So, and that's... Now, is that because you're brand new at a firm, or is that just work in general?
Charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated.
This is where I was worried about this.
Watch your fire! I'm on the flank!
You're dead. I'll kill you.
Come on, come on. There he is.
See him from here. Flag! Go home.
It's gonna suck. Yep.
Agent. Charge exposed. Activated charge transfer.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all
Nice
of them.
having the
Check the
Ouroboros as your
interior
backup
like information
boomstick.
to maintain the perimeter.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah, that's busy. Work here has not been, I wouldn't say that crazy, but it's been a lot. I think I've got full grenades, but I'm not positive. So we're going to riot foam these guys in place.
What's that noise? We'll find them.
I always pick the guy with the helmet.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer initiated.
Go fuck yourself! You on me, asshole!
Come on.
Damn it. The true sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area
I've always
of
hated that
emergency
mechanic where
security.
you get punched
I
and
can't access
it
data on this location.
stops your reload animation completely in its tracks. Which I suppose is accurate to real life. If I get punched in the face, I think I'd stop reloading as well. Oh, very cool. Yeah. You know what? It's really, really, really easy. So I've got 2 lights on me. So key light and then a fill light. And then the lights behind me are actually fairly inexpensive Wi-Fi controlled LED lights, basically, that I've just set to red. It's a blue room, so it kind of looks purple-ish. So, yeah. There is one yellow. Basically, it's a ceiling fan that's up above me. We've got red pointed that way, blue pointed that way, and yellow pointing at the back of my head just to sort of light up the top of the headset and the hair, which creates a little bit of separation between me and the background, is basically what it comes down to. So, not very expensive lighting, honestly. It was, I don't recall what it cost me to set it up. I think it was $50. So, effective and inexpensive.
Hear that? Pump this noise. I'm not dying to help with the ammo count.
Agent charge compromised. DC-62 detected.
Heads up. Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. Can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. You gotta find a way to close up that tunnel.
So, based on the gameplay so far, I would suggest that this is better suited to challenging, not heroic, if you want to run and gun. But it's a fair bit of fun. I mean, on heroic, it provides much more challenge than it does on challenging. Challenging is, I'll be honest, it's easy. The only time I've gotten into trouble so far tonight was my own stupidity, basically.
Get the hell back!
Charge exposed.
Get the SHD exposed,
Charge transfer completed.
because that amplifies the damage.
Eat this!
Come on.
See what I...
And at some point I gotta tone down my mouse just slightly because I'm spinning past the NPCs.
According to the schematics, Isaac.
Now
pulled
this is gonna be
upstairs.
risky,
You can
but
lock
my
that tunnel
revive
door from
hive
the
is
control
back,
center.
so what the fuck.
That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated.
Right there.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
I understand, dude. It's gotta be like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning for you. Yes, absolutely, fam. It's been far too long. I did finally get my Oreo, but it took a lot longer than I would have hoped. All right, bud. You have a good night as well.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer activated.
Take that!
I'm in
Vital signs
trouble.
critical.
Yep.
Agent down.
Nope, that's not going to work.
Charge transfer initiated.
I see him!
Charge transfer activated. Charge compromised.
Come on.
Get away from me! What's happening?
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
All right, bud. You have a great night.
If you hadn't stopped them, I know they would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side. Thank you. Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sons infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache of chemical weapons and eliminated their stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
Four to go. All right, let's get the inventory cleaned up. I'm going to go to a skill kind of build of some sort just to get the skill kills. Well, now. That one's slightly higher. We will mark that one for deconstruction. I must have got that when we finished it. I didn't see it. Actually, that could be used on a sniper build. Forgot to do this at the start of the night. So with the way that, whoops, these are now working, if you unfavorite these, they can overwrite. So basically what I've got going on here now is we've got a 4.3 holstered regen. If I've got something. In theory, that should just go straight to printer filament, basically. It's not what I wanted to do. That one. So the way these are working now is if they're not favorited and you get a new one that's of higher value than what you already have, it will replace the one you already have and instantly convert the old one to printer filament. Likewise, if you get one that's of less high value, it will automatically convert to printer filament. If they're marked as favorite, they can't be overwritten, they can't be replaced. So it will allow you the opportunity to share amongst your squad mates or share to your other characters. My advice for most people would be to unmark them all as favorite. And just be aware when you go to sell stuff or you go to deconstruct stuff, don't just blindly start tapping the space bar if you're selling. But for deconstruction, as long as you don't mark it, it won't be converted. And we're up 9 levels so far tonight. So, all right, so just for, I didn't really look at the stats for this. I'll have a look at that before it disappears. 601 damage, slow time 1422. I've done heroic as quick as 536, I think it is. That was with Golden Bullet, and that was an actual speed run, but average time for me, heroic looting is 10, 12 minutes. So this is a slow run. So this build is not putting out the consistent damage to take things out quickly like my normal DPS build. Now, I'm just going to make sure that I've got this saved before I start switching builds here. That's not what I meant to do. So obviously I have it saved because it didn't change anything. So yeah. So we're running the mop. I brought it up to expertise 12 so that it's just a hair over 1 million total damage. I'm running the Ouroboros as my backup. D50 is there as a placeholder. It's not being used. And then the build itself is 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury. These are all rolled identically. They're all max weapon damage and crit chance. These two have crit damage mods, and that has a crit chance mod. It's 4 pieces Hunter's Fury and 2 pieces of Golan, because that gives us 1.5% armor regen. The way this is set up, we're getting extra shotgun and SMG damage, which are my 2 primary and secondary. We're getting 20% armor on kill and 50% health on kill, which is where your survivability is coming from. On top of that, so we're at 20% armor on kill. Gunner gives us 30%, and the mop gives us an additional 10%, which is 40% armor on kill. On top of that, we've got the 1.5% armor regen. It's a 1.1 million armor, or 1.1 million armor build. So effectively 2 kills and you're back to full armor with the mop, which is pretty impressive. Plus you're also getting 50% health on kills. So you can actually be damn near dead. Pop 2 NPCs quick back to back once you've got that pulse active, and you're almost to full armor and you're back to full health. So, and then if you have to, you can pull into cover and recuperate. On top of that, we didn't really go into this. I'm running the Hunter Killer as one of the pieces, which has got perfect Intimidate. While I have bonus armor, you gain 1 stack each second to a max of 10. Each stack increases weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. So potentially 40% additional weapon damage. I'm also running Adrenaline Rush, so I do have bonus armor. 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds stacks up to 3 times, so up to 60% bonus armor. So up to another 660k, basically, which is your normal armor-ish. So we've got bonus armor, we've got armor regen, and we've got armor on kill. And which is it? It is not Adrenaline Rush. It is Pummel. Gives us plus 40% weapon damage once we get a kill. With 3 consecutive kills. And then you can start chaining them together. So I've said this a couple times on the way through. I'm not certain who's been here and who hasn't, but I'm not certain how effective a build like this is outside of this particular global event. I put this build together for the global event. I wanted the survivability to be able to run up into people's faces and just start popping shots, basically, with a shotgun. I tried the Tsunami. It was quite effective. So that's got perfect pummel. I've tried an M870. I tried a Super 90, and I tried the Mop, and by far the Mop is my favorite. The M870 does the most damage, but it's got the lowest mag size, the slowest reload if you inadvertently end up having to reload, and slowest rate of fire and slowest, and the low and smallest magazine size. So with pummel, where you've got to get 3 consecutive kills, it doesn't leave much margin for error. So, but a fully optimized and maxed out M870 on this build is at 1.6 million damage, I believe. Whereas the Mop is at 1 and the M8 or Super 90 is at 990. This M870 is not maxed out. Tsunami is the lowest damage, same mag size as the Mop, but you only need 2 kills. So that's the difference between pummel and perfect pummel. It's just the number of kills. So that's kind of what I've been playing around with. I'm just going to get rid of those extra shotguns that I'm carrying around. Yeah, how's it going, man? Stream's going good so far. You're more than welcome to join. I'm not doing anything special. Just sort of messing about with this particular build. So that clears things out a little more. Jedi, I just popped on to Discord. If you wanted to join, I'm there. So I got to get melees and I got to finish using skills. So I'm actually going to switch to a skill build for a little bit. And I'm missing pieces. What did I do with them? They must be on one of my other alternate characters. So we're going to have to throw together a skill build. Brazos, that should be Picaros with, I think, skill damage. That one's Empress. That one's Empress. I need 1 piece of Empress. Oh, and I'm out of cash. All right. Can't keep track anymore. So we were at 9 levels, if someone wants to remember that for me. So I'm down 1. So that's pretty close to the build I was running before. So it's 3 pieces of Empress, Memento, and 2 pieces of Brazos, which gives me +1 skill tier there, 1, 2, 3 skill tiers there, which is 4, 5, 6 skill tier build. And we are going to run a turret and a drone. That's on cooldown. Of course it's on cooldown. There we go. I don't have damage anymore. What? Apparently, I have traded off all my mods to one of my other characters.
I appreciate the trade, Agent.
By the way, public service
Good
announcement.
to see you.
Clan vendor, if you have a tier 6 clan or a tier 30 clan, 12% protection from elites are currently for sale here at the clan vendor. And chain killer. This one's got headshot damage. I would put on weapon handling and then optimize. I actually picked up 2 earlier for my other 2 characters.
An agent from your clan has joined your team.
Hey, Jedi. How's it going?
Been an exhausting day.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I empathize because you haven't explained it. How are things other than exhausting?
Pretty good. Pretty good overall.
Right on.
Pick up a couple of these PFE mods just because. So I saw that they had an honest to God ghillie suit for sale finally. And I had to get it.
There we go. We got that, we got that, we got that. Okay. So this is kind of a hybrid build. We're at 1.5 million armor. We've got memento. So that's going to ultimately, once we're fully stacked up, give us 3% armor regen. It also gives us, when we're fully stacked up, which one is it? Skill efficiency, 30% skill efficiency. Skill efficiency is all of the skill attributes. So it's skill health, skill haste, skill damage, skill duration are the main ones. So in concert with that, we're also running 2-piece of Empress, which gives us an additional 10% skill efficiency. So that's 40% skill efficiency, which is, again, 40% additional skill damage. We've also got it baked in here. We've got it baked in on all the gear pieces. So this build hits pretty hard. It is a risky build to run because I'm running glass cannon, because glass cannon amps your damage by 25%, and that includes your skills. So the intention of a build like this is to get your, yes, I'm going to be shooting because I've, on purpose, put crit chance everywhere so that I'm at 54% crit chance, because Capacitor actually has pretty decent mods for crit damage. So it hits relatively hard. Plus, where it's a 6 skill tier build, Capacitor itself scales its damage at 7.5% per skill tier. So it's an additional, what's that, 35% damage. It's roughly the same damage as an all red build, roughly. It's an approximation, but it's roughly. So the Capacitor hits quite hard. This one is less than perfect. I recalibrated the damage to targets out of cover, but I'm at 8% damage to armor, and I cannot optimize past that. So this is one of those that's on my to-do list to reconfigure yet again to try and get better rolls. But I don't have the exotic components currently to do it, so we're going to hold off. But yeah. Capacitor, I'm running Harmony, which is the named Resolute, which has got perfectly in sync. It's an excellent backup. And then I've got a TDI card custom with Future Perfect. So I can go to Overcharge. Where I would use that is get a quick kill and then pop out your skills, because the Overcharge, It lasts for 15 seconds, but I think the skills themselves hold on to that, like skills like the turret and the drone hold on to that for their entire duration once you've popped them. That's an I think, not an I'm positive. And just so you know, Jedi, I'm running 4 directives. It's everything except Pistolero.
Yep, I saw.
Okay. So I'm going after the skill kills, just doing open world running around. Although we could probably get rid of the, just go to heroic and get rid of some of the directives and just go after control points if you want.
I'm seeing your event is disabled right now.
Is it really? Shouldn't be. No, it's active.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we go after control points? Because I haven't done that in a while. So I'm just going to reset to heroic. And I'm going to keep Fog of War and special ammo, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. That is really strange. The blockade for the campus is right next to the theater for some reason.
I saw that earlier. Do you want to... We can grab that first once this resets.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I don't think I have.
That's... I don't know. Someone dropped the ball there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And once
in
this...
a few minutes, I'm going to have to take the pizza out of the oven.
Okay.
So whatever we're doing, we need to get on it.
Let's go do the blockade real quick. So fast travel to Grand Washington. It's just around the corner.
Hostile control point nearby.
Hide again. We did it. Check those bodies.
I don't think I've ever done this here. I have no idea which way they're going to come from.
I have, and they usually come from the north side.
Okay.
Northeast corner. Yeah, there they go. But I remember doing this for the theater, not for the campus. It's been a really long time since I've done it on this location.
That's it, right?
Reach at 50%.
How long do you need for your pizza?
Oh, just long enough to get it out of the oven, but it won't be for another probably 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, we're right beside this control point.
An agent needs assistance. Heavily armored hostiles detected. Agent down. Charge compromised.
They're at my side!
Shit.
Reinforcements from the street.
Okay.
My field!
Let's grab an ammo.
Got a yellow, a green, and a red over there.
I got a little bit of everything.
A Lady Death.
Nice. Here we go.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile
this way.
contacts.
Got 5 or 6 more coming out. Kidding me.
Heavily armored hostiles detected. Supply room access unlocked.
Should be my last one. Yep. Last one.
Last one.
For the veiled tactics.
Oh, very cool. I forgot to look. I think I've probably gotten my last one. Yep. I got the sewer rat uniform. Right on.
Yeah, that's the woodland colored ghillie suit.
Yep.
I didn't like the look of the desert rat very much. I
No.
don't favor.
No.
Maybe should brown too well.
The is what, the desert rat and the winter rat or something like that as well?
And rat.
What is it?
The other one's the sand rat. I
Sand
bought the
rat.
snow rat.
Heading for Red Dragon.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
I'll catch up with you soon. My timer's going off.
'Kay.
Be right back.
I'll hold short.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
That figures.
Hostiles. Guarding location nearby.
Back.
I'm still holding short.
Okay, hold on to you. Like they got a convoy just leaving.
Okay.
Daisy.
No shot at the minute.
On the other side of the car, I can't hit it.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got some of its health.
Hostiles. Convoy. Detected.
Yep.
Incoming hostiles detected.
another patrol from west.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Coming to you.
Serious trauma detected. Agent charge compromised.
Is that a drone?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Thanks. I think we're in a pincer.
Yep.
Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer initiated.
Right, this is our best bet.
Hostile supply convoy nearby.
We get another convoy?
Yep, from the west. Maybe it was just a patrol, but it seemed like a convoy. Because I saw a box out there. I only see the one box here.
Okay.
There's the other one on the inside of the wall.
says it's over here, but I don't see anything.
And we got yet another convoy coming up this way too. It'll be here in about a minute and a half.
Which way are they coming from?
East. Okay. See that either. There's nothing over here to pick up, so I guess must have ran across it already.
Yeah, I guess. I'm still showing the icon for it, 29 meters over to the north.
Yeah. Through there.
You're right, Garrick. Except we can't pick it up.
And I don't see anything over here to pick up.
Okay.
That was the last place to look.
Incoming hostiles detected. Charge compromised. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Got that one.
Oh, you know what I bet happened? I bet it bugged behind this door.
Probably. What is that shooting at?
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.
I didn't go this far back.
West.
Agent charge compromised.
I set it down.
Dealt with them all.
Safe. One more dead.
Supply room access unlocked.
What have you been up to, Agent?
Alright, that's dinner time for me.
All right, bud. You gonna come back after dinner?
You are no longer in a group.
I'll try to.
Cool. All right, I'll be here.
Okay. See you then.
Wheezed. Yeah, that's accurate. Ooh, excuse me.
Get near here.
Doing for stars. 19. I'll go grab one more and then I'm going to take a quick break.
I'll cover you. They're flanking me.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Charge compromised. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Now?
Supply room access unlocked.
Going up for us back there. I don't know that we would have made it without you. Secure the area.
Control point detected. Charge compromised.
I don't really like Hardwired, to be honest, Garrick. There is a raid build built around it for the drone killer, basically, for dark hours. But it's not my favorite. I'd rather run more or less what I'm running right now. So I'm going to head back to the White House. I'm going to open that. I can purchase not an optimization, but a exotic cache. So I'm going to go grab that. Gotcha.
Hey there.
Yeah, we may as well grab all the season caches while we're here. Not season, sorry. Global event. That's not bad. Half. And we got half of day 1 done. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. The mechanic is very clunky. Where it comes into its own, like I said, is a drone killer build. But that's basically it. It's a very specialized build. Fair enough. I don't remember everything that goes into that build off the top of my head. Interesting. Because that should have written over that. All right. So we got to get 32 more skill kills, which should be 1 control point. And then I got to start doing some melees. I'll probably put on a tanky kind of build for that, or go to another armor regen kind of build. But I'm going to take a very, very quick break, run to the washroom, and my water bottle stopped, so it's just a washroom run. So I will be back in 2 minutes. And I'm back with a slight wardrobe change. It's starting to chill off here in the evening, so I figured I'd throw my hoodie back on. So I'm going to get the skill kills, and we'll see where we go from there. If I can get the melee transfers, that would be cool as well. Oh my goodness.
Reinforcements en route. Charge compromised.
Sorry about that. Being on call kind of sucks when you're hoping to stream.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Major charge compromised. Supply room access unlocked.
That's what I'm made of.
No holding back.
Did it. I knew we could do it.
It was more answering questions on that one than actually having to, you know, do some management kind of stuff. So
Hell yeah.
that one was fairly easy. And plus I'm running a skill build, so it was basically just pointing the skills at the right targets.
And I'll load back in now.
Okay.
This shit is so boring. We had some cards or something.
I wish YouTube would improve their UI. The volume slider sucks.
I'll be right back. I got a dog that wants to go out, so just give me 1 sec. I'm back.
Welcome back.
On my way to the mid.
Element of surprise! I can give you cover!
Come out and fight.
Take those new guys out!
Charge compromised.
Get in there! Fucking hell!
Take a breath. Hey, we're tougher than we.
Oh, that's good to know. Garrick, thanks.
Hostile control point detected. Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Right on top of me!
Let's go! Let's go! Bring it down!
Heavily armored hostile detected. Charge compromised.
I'll blast it out! We're fucked!
Supply room access unlocked.
Back me up. Tusk care about civilians?
Like they hurt us!
I think I can do one more control point, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night, bud.
Well, you do what you need to do. If you don't want to push it, it's fine.
No, I want to do one more. Oh, there's another blockade active just up the street. Why don't we do that, and then I'll call it a night.
That's convenient.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. I haven't seen this one active in a long time.
Ready when you are.
System breach initiated.
The west. No, no west. Not south. Something going on to the east. And that's probably where they're coming from. Ah, there's rogues up here.
I gotta stay here with the machine. Oh, don't
Wait a
got
minute.
to, but
It's not a rogue. It'll take down a rogue in half a clip.
I heard the
Smoking crack, Isaac.
yeah, I heard rogue
System
agents.
breach 50% complete.
Opposite side.
Charge exposed.
I think that's another detachment of Black Tusk.
System breach at 75%.
Okay.
East. Something going on down there.
The system has been breached.
Okay, systems breached.
I think these civilians are pushing them further east.
I'm gonna stay close to the machine just in case anything comes from the other end.
Yeah. Where are these guys going? There ain't nobody there. If there was another ad, I don't know where it went.
And there's nothing back here. And we still haven't
Excuse me.
had the helo.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. I heard something. Probably to your south. Okay, I found the last ad.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna get to this person. Alright, last ad is gonna die here.
Okay.
Travel on you. Do you see the chopper?
Yeah, it's to my east, so your side.
Okay.
Major charge compromised.
It's fini.
Yep, that took a bit.
Never seen ads run that far away.
No.
I was literally 3 blocks to the southeast.
And keeping going the other direction, I'm assuming.
Where's your ammo box?
Oh my god.
There.
This is what happens when you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You can't keep your eyes open past 10:30.
Yep.
Well, I made a pretty good start on the SHD Exposed. I think I spent 1 level, so we went up 16 watch levels, which is not too bad.
Yeah, it's a good day's work. Alright, thank you for the group, sir.
No longer in
Thank
a
you.
group.
That was a lot of fun.
Always. Now I gotta try and iron out my daily challenge here.
Yeah. Should be on tomorrow night. I'm not certain or not if I'm going to be streaming Thursday, though. I got a root canal Thursday morning.
Hmm.
So it just depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. I mean, the last time I cracked a tooth like that, it was biting into something. This was, I bit down on something, but the root itself was already dead. So there was swelling. And what gave me all the pain was the compression actually hurt the 2 teeth on either side of it.
Huh.
So that's where I was feeling all the discomfort and pain. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. And there was a lot of discomfort. So hopefully it's relatively easy surgery. The last one wasn't so bad, so.
Alright, hope you get some good rest.
Alrighty. And for everyone watching on the stream, the build that I had together at the start of the evening might be fun for you guys to run for, whoops, not that one, that one, for SHD Exposed. It didn't hold up super well in Heroic, but for challenging with a bunch of directives, it was a blast. So you want a shotgun. I tried a bunch. I ended up settling on the mop with pummel. Secondary and pistol are completely optional, but with the mop, it's going to give you that additional 10% armor on kills. So the way I've got this build set up, it's 4 pieces of Hunter's Fury, which gives you shotgun and SMG damage, 20% armor on kill, and 50% health on kill. Plus Apex Predator, enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. So you get 20% additional amp damage against them. It also does some crowd control because if you kill them and they're in a group, it will disorient everybody within 5 meters. So that's the Hunter's Fury. 20% armor on kill. We're running Gunner Specialization, which gives us a further 10% armor on kill, which now we're up to 30. And then if you run the Mop, it takes you up to 40% armor on kill. So pretty decent survivability that way. And then I'm running 2 pieces of Golan. I am running the named Hunter Killer. You don't have to run that one. Any Golan piece will do, but you want Intimidate. This one happens to have perfect Intimidate. So when you have bonus armor, you deal up to an additional 40% additional weapon damage. In a perfect world, this would be crit chance, crit damage. Armor regen doesn't hurt, but crit damage would be better. Anytime you're putting a build together that relies on armor on kill, you want maximum red cores, maximum damage. So you want your damage coming from multiple sources, and by that I mean your all weapon damage, the weapon damage, and then crit chance, crit damage, damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover, amplified damage, etc. Because in the math equation that goes on under the hood, those all multiply together. They get added together as a bucket, if you will, and then the buckets get multiplied together. So I digress. You want the Intimidate because that gives you further additional weapon damage. And then the last piece is the second piece of Golan with running Adrenaline Rush. This piece is, it's not trash, but it's not that great. Crit damage and status effects, which status effects doesn't help. But Adrenaline Rush, if we're within 10 meters of an enemy, we get 20% additional bonus armor for 5 seconds. And that stacks up to 3 times. So if there's 3 enemies there, it could be 60% additional bonus armor, which is 660k, which is nothing to sneeze at. It's a fair bit of bonus armor. So in addition to all the armor on kill and the armor regen, because I didn't talk about that, Golan 2-piece gives you 1.5% armor regen. Plus one of the pieces has armor regen on it as well. So what we're looking at is it works out to 46% crit chance, 78.6% crit damage for the Mop. And then from an armor perspective, we're at 1.13 million armor, 454k armor on kills. So basically 2 and a little bit kills, and you're right back to full armor. And there's 50% health on kills. So again, 2 kills. If you're, a millimeter away from all your armor gone and all your health gone, 2 quick kills, and you're right back to full health and full armor. We're very close to that. And then on top of that, there's almost 22,000 armor regen on the build. So this allows you to play at a cover. It allows you to play up in the NPC's face and take advantage of the SHD Exposed. So the last piece that I didn't talk about is Pummel itself. 3 consecutive kills refills the magazine and grants plus 40% weapon damage for 10 seconds. So we're stacking additional weapon damage, and then hopefully we've got enough crit that we can use that as a multiplier. And then this one also has damage to armor, so you should knock the armor off them relatively quickly. With SHD Exposed, once you get that red pulse, I was doing an awful lot of cover-to-cover moves, and once you've got that pulse, it amplifies the damage you're doing against the NPCs and decreases your incoming damage by 50%, which is a change from what it was previous. It's also quicker to stack, and there was something else. There was another point, and I can't remember what it was, as far as the changes for this season. I think that was it. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to run. I don't know how well this would hold up outside of SHD Exposed or another global event, but while the global events are on, it's a lot of fun. So that's basically it for tonight. Like I was saying to Jedi, I should, fingers crossed, I should be on Thursday night as per usual. And if I'm not on Thursday night, I will stream Friday night, and I've got to go back. I'm away for work all next week, so I will probably stream Saturday night as well. So in a perfect world, streaming Thursday night, streaming Saturday night, and then I got to go to work. So Tuesdays and Thursday streams will be I can't do a stream from my apartment simply because the internet, it's not so much the internet connection, but the desktop machine that I have there just is not up to the task. It's a very old i5 with not enough RAM, so it struggles to even run the game. If I tried to run the game and run the streaming software, it would choke and die. So anyway, but that's it for me for tonight. I'm going to sign off at this point. Hope you guys have a great evening, and we will catch y'all in the next stream. Take care, everybody.